My female-dominated workplace is the most toxic pit of snakes that I've ever experienced. I, 29 female, recently started a new job in a company where 90% of my co-workers are women. Since I consider myself to be a fairly progressive person, at first I didn't think much of it, even though more than a few friends and acquaintances have told me all kinds of horror stories about environments like this. Most of my previous jobs were in startup-style companies where the gender ratio was much more balanced and most people got along and were mostly respectful toward each other, so, I assumed, since this company advertises itself as very people-centric, empathetic etc., the fact that this place is dominated by women shouldn't matter. Boy was I wrong. On the second week of my job I got yelled at by my boss for not being able to memorize and follow certain company policies that are so unnecessarily overcomplicated that even my boss herself makes these mistakes on a regular basis. I got really upset over this and thought that it really is me and that I'm just not a good enough employee. However, that was just the start of it. Friendly faces that trash you behind your back, each of your tiny and insignificant mistakes are momentarily reported to the higher-ups, overcomplicating the shite out of just about anything. Country managers and department heads that consider themselves to be goddesses and thus believe that they are entitled to the peasants, regular employees, worship, while publicly bullying you if you choose not to follow that religion, and that is not even half of it. Just don't get me wrong, I have worked with many amazing women that I'm still friends with to this day. However, I'm starting to think that there are certain companies that for some reason attract these kind of people. I've been here for a little over 4 months now and I'm looking for a new job as we speak, not planning on staying for the performance review. So, my, obviously subjective, advice for you is, if you're looking to start a job at a new company and checking their LinkedIn page reveals that the people working there are mostly female, with department heads that are mostly women in their mid-30s to 50s, don't take your chances and run while you still can.